Hey y'all, welcome in. I hope that you're fabulous today. Welcome back. If you're upright and you're returning and you understand what this channel's about and what we do here. Welcome back, guys, for being upright in our earth, doing upright things and not being biased. We had a bias energy that came out today on my other channel, and let us get away from that kind of stuff, folks. It's abominable to the Creator to be that way. Anyway, if you are new, my name is Shannon Hensley. I'm glad to have you. I do a different type of a work here for upright purposes. It's not a religious channel. It's a truth-seeking channel by what the divine says is truth. And we can't find truth unless we are loving on the Creator and acknowledge Him first and foremost before we do anything else. And acknowledging Him in everything that we do, asking Him to order our steps, because he will make the crooked place straight if we do that, and He will teach you His ways if you put Him first in everything and be pure-hearted with your motives upright. And if you fall down, and every one of us has, you'll get up, you'll learn a lesson, you'll even if you have to rebuild within falling down. If you lost credibility, God is notorious for giving you and I a testimony so that you can use that to take somebody else out of that same type of situation and have some type of worth, because you become a teacher at that point. Okay. And the Holy Spirit teaches us. And my channel is just different. I'm very sharp and straightforward because, karmic activity, sin, whatever you want to name it, error. It's a serious thing, folks. People get hurt because of it. Pride gets in the way, and then people get hurt. And people who are full of pride, they act like they just perfect and squeaky clean, and they end up being somebody who's crazier than the person who may have fallen down, is willing to make a thing right and realizing that whatever that is, or whatever role you're playing, everybody's been on both ends of things in the earth. I know that for a fact because God says He ain't going to be mocked. So whatever you sow, you're going to reap that as well, and you're going to learn some type of a lesson on both sides of it. And the problem is those people who fall down that won't make it right, they turn into a monster. And their wrath from God is going to be, oh my God, overwhelming at their end, because they thought they could fix something from some type of fault by another fault. And it just is crazy energy. We look at stuff like this. I'm very sharp about it because it should shake us when we are in a place of some type of temptation, folks. That is connected with an evilness. It feels good, it's sensual, and God Himself said, you're going to have a blast with that, but for a season, He says. He said, after you have your little blast, when the season's up, you die in it. Spiritually, naturally, emotionally, whatever. Some death is death, and it's transformative, and things are never going to be the same again after something happens. And all of us, some way, shape, or form, on any kind of level, has had to deal with that, because we all live in this realm. It is the truth. And anyway, some people have already shut the door on circumstances where God has said, I give you a space to make this thing right, and the door's shutting. If you don't, then that's it completely for you. And you'll knock, and you'll knock, and you'll knock. God's saying, open it for you, because I gave you a chance to do what was right. You knew what to do was right, but your pride was in the way, and you couldn't make it right because you thought you were going to fix it some other way. And now the door is literally sealed shut, and we got people that are literally going to go out into the afterlife, and they will never rise again. They will gnash their teeth. They'll go to the lower parts of the earth. They will, look at the devil, like the book of Isaiah says, and look at a man and say, is this the man that caused nations to even tremble? It's a man, and man's ways people think is right, and it ain't. God's ways are higher than ours. That's why it's called faith. But if you don't want to learn your Creator and be willing to humble yourself and say, God, I don't know everything, because we don't. That's crazy to think that I'm just, it's my way or the highway. I know everything. Nobody knows everything. Only God knows. He knows down deep in somebody's heart what they will or will not do as well. That is the truth. We look at things like this on the channel. If you get aggravated with what's coming out, because I know it's controversial here. You and I still have to sit before God and say, why is this hitting me this way? Why is it rubbing me this way? Why am I angry about it? Is this true? Okay, then why, if it is true, why does it make me mad, God? Okay, because then there's some type of sin that you need to ask God to reveal so it can be extracted out of your life so that you can be, he's wanting you to yield, whether you agree with it or not. His thoughts are not our thoughts, folks, period. If you're not willing to, yield to God, then you're not. And I'm not asking you to stick around. I'm asking you to click off. You don't have no sense to understand that you didn't create yourself or give that breath inside of you for you to come up higher and have a higher mind that God gave you to walk in the spirit with and not in the flesh. Flesh gets us in trouble. This is who I am. People hate me for it. But anyway, suppressing me and oppressing me for it. Trying to kick me out on the street for a murder for it. And no weapon formed against me shall prosper. God gets to say what happens in my life. No man, woman, or child or any person think that they have some type of title over me get to tell me that I can't walk with God because I know he's real. I've seen him just over and over and over again be miraculous. And I don't even want to understand why somebody wouldn't want to acknowledge their maker. That's dumb, but that's your choice. The fool has said in his heart, there ain't no God. Oh my God, you could see him all around you and you're blind because he is real. What are you going to bring out here, Yehovah? We have the Empress, the Knight of Pentacles, and we also have the Magician. And this word goes back to high pride. Somebody's got high pride on them. If somebody sets up in some type of big position and you are not God, and either you're going to humble yourself and be lifted up, or you're going to lift yourself up and God will humble you and I. Period. It's crazy. And then people sit there and look at that type of energy that's on people, and they're disgusted with it, especially people set up in real high places, because the Most High, through King Solomon, says that folly is found there. And people that want to rule over another, it comes to their own hurt, is what God says. Somebody's jealous out here, or we do have Russia out here with the bear, or your parents, or your mother specifically, with the Empress being here. But there is some type of jealousy when the bear comes out as well, in the symbolism as well. There's some type of communication and somebody trying to go slow or needs to go slow because some overbearing jealousy nonsense that's been out here. Then there is somebody trying to lay down a new foundation. And let me just say, God says that if our foundation is not, if he don't build the house, it's just in vain. It's going to come, tumbling down. And, there ain't gonna be no remedy for something if you don't let God build a house. If this is in manipulation today, folks, out of some type of overbearing jealousy because you just cannot get it under control, you will come tumbling down. Humpty Dumpty sat on a wall. Humpty Dumpty had a great fall. All the king's horses, all the king's men couldn't put Humpty Dumpty back together again, because why? If the wall is not built in all uprightness, it is not going to do you no good for being in your pride. You and I are foolish there. There's a delicate egg out here attached to something, and somebody is just, my God, I just either won't get over it or you are going to get over it. I don't know. Whatever it is about, there's been murder out here on some nonsense. God said so today. Will God forgive a murderer? Yes, he will. And you must turn from that stuff and never, do it again. Whatever it has been, abortion, God calls that murder. Let me just say something here. I said this on one of my other channels before, just my views. This is my channel, so I don't have nobody to talk to because some person at some type of something thinks they control me, and you don't control me. You'll never control me. I'm under the rulership of God. But anyway, as far as abortion goes, do I think that there are certain cases that possibly could fall under a grace for that? Yes, depending on what it is, and it would be very slim, predicaments in the situation. But yes, depending on what it is, why it's even there, medical situations with it, things like that. But it would have to, that's just my view. But just outright, oh, I got pregnant and I slept around and I don't want to deal with the jealousy situation. I just think I'll go kill a child. That's murder. That's murder. But if like something's wrong within some type of a surgery and maybe a mother's pregnant and there's a life and death, you got to make a choice. You try all you can do to save the life. If something comes out of that, then it comes out of it, I guess. That's very delicate stuff that you deal with. People getting brutally raped and stuff on some stuff. Those cases, incest and things like that. Those cases need to be dealt with care. And but we got a nation of people that just go off and just kill because they don't want to take no responsibility for laying down and spreading their britches and stuff. I don't know. It's not justified like that. What's hidden here with this information, with this Empress, this Magician, this Three of Swords, this heartbreak? We've got something positive is actually here hidden. That's positive. We got somebody that has been educated with something out here. Somebody else could be angry about it, I guess. So somebody's house is upside down here. Again, there's a rebuilding of something. And the house came out today. If the house is upside down and you don't build it the way that God says that it should be built, then it's gonna end up uprooted anyway. Your foundation is going to be upside down anyway. There's a snake, and God said that there was a snake in the grass today, and he gives his people by the truth to tread on the serpent's head. If people don't want to show up in all uprightness and you think you're laying a foundation in some type of malicious type of nonsense, it's going to be found out. Your sin shall find you out, period. There has been some type of education here. The mystery is out. This goes back to a mystery. It's also, if somebody knows some stuff out here. And this is a seducing, seductive card, a liar. AKA, we got somebody in, we got, technology out here. The G and the K go back to geeks. You don't have to work for geeks, but that energy right there goes back to technology, and we're just sick and tired of the nonsense with it. We're sick and tired of the nonsense. But we have somebody underneath a different name, AKA ran back into itself. I'm hearing somebody plays for the Lakers. I don't know why I'm hearing that. Maybe you just like the Lakers. I don't know why that's coming through. Obviously, something by water. I can get the phonics of a lake with the pictograph of the letter L. Something about somebody's leg. Somebody carried off some money in the hidden. It's been a mystery. They wore a snake. It was connected to your house here, and it's caused somebody's house to be upside down. They were jealous of something. Your siblings are out here attached to something. This can also take you back to a father energy as well. Mother, father energy, your house is up here. And some type of nonsense is out here was contemplated with the Four Cups. Eight of Swords, stuck energy. There's a police officer energy here as well. I'm only saying that because God said today that there was an officer that was going to be exposed, their maladministration on some stuff. Show me some more information in the hidden space. So if you didn't think that somebody knew something, they do. Something has been found out here. The money is out here. And somebody will go to jail for something. The courthouse, the imprisonment is here. There's a concern. There is a female that is hidden here around this situation. We have the Empress out here, or that's just, something about your mother is out here attached to legal matters, or maybe she worked for the courthouse, or you do, but there's money out here, and there's jail up on it. There's jail up on whatever somebody did in the hidden. Somebody concerned about some stuff. Well, they should be concerned. So it shows it right there. Shows it right there. They know what they did. People know what they do. And some type of travel was around this situation out here. I just see the thoughts card, which is learned information. It is in the hidden. At the same time, somebody's getting lucky for this thing to come out here. People are talking, or they already have with the conversation card. This is like weighing pros and cons and putting a judgment on something. You have the priest. It's like the Hierophant card. It's about your morals, your ethics. Somebody got seduced out here, or is trying to seduce somebody as well around your house. And this tells people you better have your morals and ethics. Your house is here, or maybe your mother's a preacher's wife, or whatever that is. Somebody you go to church with. For some of your cases are here. We have a group of people here talking. So again, either they're your soulmates or their church group energy out here attached to something. You have a friend that wants to come out in the reverse. So somebody thinks that somebody's beneficial, somebody's a little nasty out here. And then there's looting out here. Okay, well, it is. And this is entitlement. Somebody has entitlement to some stuff, folks, that has been looted. And somebody still thinks that they're going to come back around and do some nonsense today. You better watch out. You better watch out. Somebody got prison on them. It's right here. God said there was a snake around today. The snake can't get it. They're crazy. They're nutcase. They're bat twisted in their freaking head. They're blind. God tells us to stop on it. And so if you're upright in your spirituality, then we take back everything that's ours. Like somebody's full of pride out here. Somebody's just full of themselves out here. Some type of nonsense. They don't want to go to jail. And that's just too freaking bad. We bind every snake, every lying hypocrisy of any kind in the church, out of the church. Don't care, Jehovah. Everything that is foul before you, everything's been stolen. You promise, Jehovah, that it shall come back to us. If this foundation is not laid correctly, then uproot it. Don't even let it be. Don't let none of it even be laid down. Period. So somebody has learned some stuff out here. Somebody got STDs out here. Okay, there's seduction out here, folks. There's something medical out here attached to some nonsense. All right. Well, anyway, you gonna lay down with that seducer? You go right on ahead. God said today that there would be a bribery, and then once you did what they wanted you to do, they can come back and kill you for it. But you go ahead and do whatever. Somebody's learning today that somebody's got STDs, or somebody's in their mind, or you're going to learn afterward, and this is concerning. There's a result in somebody's hand right there. And they're out here to thieve from you, take your life as well. Look, went astray and seduced. That's a seducer in the hidden space. And this is love, that we walk after God's commandments. And this is the commandment that you heard from the beginning, that ye should walk in it. For many deceivers have entered into the world, who acknowledge not that Yeshua the Mashiach is come in the flesh. And this makes an antichrist. We definitely have an antichrist out here. They think they just do whatever they want. We got somebody who's in hypocrisy. That's a hypocrisy energy. They just out for money and stuff, or they were, and the secret's out, or because it came out, now somebody thinks it got seduced again. But if that's the case, past, present, or future, they got sex diseases out here, folks. They ain't that cute. Nobody's sex is worth getting crazy over some matter out here, because they try to cover something that they've done. Something is complete out here. Something's happened around a misunderstanding, or don't misunderstand what the snake is saying when they talk out of both sides of their mouth, because somebody's very skilled at something. Remember, the snake, Yeshua tells us to be wise like a serpent, gentle as a dove. Obviously, we love one another, and we give people the benefit of the doubt. But if they open their mouth and they're not kind and they're not truthful, and you ask them certain questions, they're going to run around the answer some stuff. Something wrong with that nonsense here. I don't know, but we're supposed to test everything. But somebody's house is upside down. There's money out here. There's been a mystery that's now out in somebody's snake. And we got seducing stuff and STDs around it. Somebody has entitlement to the things that are theirs. There's thievery out here. Somebody has pure emotions. Are your pure emotions pure? Are they pure hatred? What? I don't know. Anyway, it says there is a time wherein where one man rules over another to his own hurt. Okay, well, anyway, somebody has. It says that it's a cover-up, beware, or it was a cover-up. So past or present, there's embezzlement out here. It's right here. It's why they try to do some nonsense. For those of you who this is upcoming, obviously God tells the end from the beginning, people will go to prison for this nonsense. There is something around somebody who wears a uniform. This is it. I mean, the jail is here 3 times, and this is also a police card as well. And this is somebody who wears a uniform. Obviously, somebody can get to jail. Then we've got enforcement out here, but God said there was a dirty cop somewhere. You dirty. Did some nonsense out here. Don't think that you have to take a responsibility because why? Because you wear a uniform. We ain't impressed with your uniform. We're impressed with people laying down foundations in the truth. That's it. We have the DH or the TH together, which that altogether is death. There's been death that year, or somebody's been trying to get a death done as well. There was murder that came out real strong today. This is strategizing things. This is enchantment. But remember, King Solomon tells us that the snake, they'll just bite without any kind of enchantment. Okay, you cannot get into any kind of entanglement with this seducing thing. When this thing opens the mouth and hey, baby, you so cute. You better stomp its head right then and there because somebody's contemplating some nonsense out here. They crazy. They freaking crazy. God said that they were around today, and either somebody going to cuff this piece of nutcase, or I guess you're going to get an STD on some stuff. If somebody's friend is out here, ain't who you think they are. They ain't beneficial to you. They're around your group, talking with you, and you think whatever, and somebody's in this mix that's a crazy out here. They sick. This is calculating. Somebody has calculated some stuff that they know that the money up here, or they did, obviously. Weighing the pros and cons on what? The seduction or bending somebody that should be bent. Remember, whatsoever a man sows, that shall he also reap. So those of you who are set up in some type of a position and you know what to do and you don't do the right thing, the thing is actually going to flip around and happen to you, and you're going to be sitting there going, no, this ain't fair to me. And no, God's going to say, remember? When you set into this position, you had a right to put a judgment for all uprightness is on it. And you chose to go some type of stupid way on it. Somebody had entitlement to something out here that's been done, and you didn't do it. Now you want to yell at me that you have entitlement. You don't have entitlement now because you chose not to judge correctly. It's abominable to me, he says. Scales that are uneven are abominable to God, and they will be evened out by God Almighty, whether you're going to do it or not. He's sovereign in a matter. And that is the truth. The DH together or the TH together, the K, the A, the G, and the L is out here in this reading. Good luck, folks. Good luck.